Hey, FPL legends! Welcome back to another action-packed episode of FPL Wiki. I'm absolutely buzzing to share my transfer plans for Game Week 38. But hey, before we dive headfirst into the FPL madness, do me a solid and drop a comment, smash that like and subscribe button. I am so grateful for your support, which keeps this channel going and allows me to post new FPL content every week. Let's quickly review Game Week 37 before moving on to Game Week 38. Overall, I scored a strong 59 points, giving me a big green arrow to 670k. Here's how it all unfolded. David Raya finally came through with a clean sheet against Newcastle to ensure they are guaranteed Champions League football next season, and Manchester City very nearly followed suit, keeping Bournemouth at bay until the 96th minute when, out of nowhere, Matheus Nunes made a sloppy back pass, and Daniel Jebsen capitalised on the mistake and made it 3-1. Aston Villa kept their third clean sheet on the bounce when they defeated Spurs 2-0 at home. Ezri Konsa scored the first goal to give Villa the lead, and Morgan Rogers provided the assist for the second goal. Bryan Mbeumo saw his penalty saved, denying what would have been a double-figure haul. Salah missed an open goal against Brighton, where he had 6 shots from inside the box. Ismaila Sarr started after the FA Cup final when all the other attackers were rotated, but he only got 1 assist when Ease came off the bench to score. It was a terrible decision to bring in Cole Palmer, and captaining him was even more disastrous, as the Chelsea forward had only 1 shot on target for 0.06 xG. With the popular captain picks failing to deliver, Palmer's failure to deliver didn't hurt that much. Yoane Wissa scored for the 5th time in 6 matches to continue his fine form to end the season. That brings an end to Game Week 37. Let's move on to Game Week 38 now. All the players came through Game Week 37 without any new injuries, but Isaac didn't even feature in the game week due to a groin injury that he has been managing since Game Week 30 after picking up the injury in the FA Cup game against Brighton. With Newcastle's clash against Everton, a match the Magpies must win to be sure of UEFA Champions League qualification coming up, they might take the risk and play the Swede, so I'm planning on holding him until I hear he is ruled out. My current plan is to sell Cole Palmer for Bukayo Saka. Cole Palmer hasn't scored in his last 16 games, and Chelsea is travelling to Forest, who are also fighting for Champions League football next season. I expect a tight game. So, Palmer is leaving the team for Saka, who is travelling to St Mary's to face Southampton, who have conceded 84 goals so far this season, which is a league-leading high. Saka has gone 7 league games without a goal or an assist, but he has tallied 6 big chances since his return from injury in Game Week 30, only trailing Salah among midfielders. So, it's likely to be this move I make with my final free transfer. And I'll wait until the deadline in case we get early team news. Having said that, this is my final team for the season. In goal, it's David Raya. David Raya is currently tied with Matt Sales in the race for the Golden Glove, each on 13 clean sheets. Arsenal have qualified for the Champions League, but they haven't yet secured second place in the league. With City winning against Bournemouth, Arsenal might have to play a strong side against Southampton. We have Tino Livramento, Ezri Konsa, and Joko Gvardiol in defence. Newcastle have kept the second joint most clean sheets, 13, so far this season. They will host Everton at St James Park. Everton has scored only 15 goals away from home, the second fewest, behind only Southampton, who have scored 13. In midfield, we have Mohamed Salah, Bryan Mbeumo, Bukayo Saka, and Morgan Rogers. With returns in 4 of his last 5 outings, Bryan Mbeumo has tallied 3 goals and 3 assists and trails only Kevin Schodder and Jared Bowen for points among midfielders. Only Salah has surpassed his 3.2 expected goal involvement in that spell. Morgan Rogers has supplied 6 assists in the last 8 game weeks, where no player can improve on his 7 big chances created. Manchester United face Aston Villa just 4 days after the Europa League final. They have shipped 13 goals in the past 6 game weeks, with only Ipswich and Spurs faring worse. Up front, we have Yoane Wissa, Chris Wood, and Alexander Isak. No forward has more points than Isak this season. He is the only forward who has surpassed the 200 points mark so far this season. If the Swede doesn't pass fit, I might change my transfer plans and sell him for Ivan Nilsson. Captaincy looks wide open as things stand, with Salah, Saka, and Isak all leading contenders. But with Arsenal facing Southampton, I'm leaning towards the Arsenal forward. Now it's your turn. Share who you are captaining in the comments below. I'd love to hear your strategies. And don't forget to follow me on X for live reactions and updates. Thanks for tuning in, legends. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on all the latest FPL tips, tricks, and drama. Catch you next time on FPL Wiki.